Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday morning to you, and Saturday evening on those of you on the other side of the world, and Happy New Year. Welcome. I'm excited to get started into the readings. We got us a few things that we want to do first. First, let me get my desktop all set up. So that is all good to go. And just real quick, if you guys are enjoying the free readings and you enjoy these sessions, I'd like to ask your help and give me a big thumbs up. That does help spread the Zen love. You're part of the love tsunami. It does help my channel grow and help spread the love. So I appreciate all of you that have already done that and that will do that. Much blessings to you. And let's get this scooched over. Think I'm almost done here. Let me just stretch this out so I can see it a lot better. Here we go. And if you're new to my channel and new to these readings, welcome. First of all, we got a great group of people, huge hearts, huge senses of humor, great combination. And thank you guys, all of you that are returning. I appreciate all your love and support. Together, we're changing the world. And on that note, something that I used to do when I first started that I'm bringing back for this year is at the beginning, actually sending love out to the world. When one of us sends unconditional love out to the world, it counteracts a million other individuals who are experiencing lower vibrational fear energies. And so we can make a big difference in just sending love out to the world. And if one of us does it, it's a million. If two of us, it doesn't. And if we do it together, it actually doesn't just add together, it multiplies. So if you want to join me in doing that, you can take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. I'm going to use my beautiful Tibetan singing bowl here. And as we hit this and have the energy vibrating, just feel that unconditional love flowing down into your heart, filling you up, and then overflowing out to the world. So here we go. And if you yourself are in need of love right now, of course, we send this to you as well. And just let it fill your heart and take it in like a giant hug from the universe, like a tree takes in the sunlight from the sun. Beautiful. That's going to be going for a little bit here. It is a very powerful singing bowl, so we'll let it continue back over here. And thank you again for joining me in doing that. Greatly appreciate it. I could feel all the love, so thank you guys for that. All right. What else? So if you're new to the channel, how the free readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve for this, for the chat. And then if anyone makes a donation, I do step outside of that. I honor that as an energy exchange. It's how I make my living. So I do step out, dive deeper into those readings, and then go back to the free readings and continue down. I'm usually in for a couple hours. After these sessions, I do have a Praying Mantis member session for my YouTube channel members, and I have at least one in here. I see Nova, you're all green in your little badge, so thank you. Shout out to you. And any other, I don't think there was any others in here right now, but thank you so much. And yeah, and all the information on how to make a donation is in the description box of the video. I know it's a very peaceful bowl, isn't it? I love it. So also, I have a lot of free content I put out for 2024. I have actually, here's the playlist that is a list of all zodiac signs, and it covers love, money, and career overall. And then also it breaks out the year into three equal sections of 4 months each. And it gives a blessing for each and what spirit wants you to know for each. So if you haven't checked those out, make sure to do that. So I appreciate that. And also, we have a solstice readings that came out, and it's a 3 month from December 21st to March 21st until spring and fall equinox. So be sure to check those out. There's an extra second portion of that too, which has each individual zodiac sign a theme for the 3 months, and also a little chart of the planets saying what planet rules over what. And so if you know your birth chart, and you know, like your Venus is in Pisces, then you can go look at Pisces and go, what is love going to be like for me during those 3 months, types of thing. So I like that. And also the solstice in December marks the beginning of Capricorn season. So, happy birthday, oh ye Capricorn sun babies. Here's a pick a card for everybody, but there's also a bonus 3 month reading for Capricorns. So, if you have any Capricorns in your life, be sure to send them that link and say, Happy birthday from bruddaZEN. I also have pick a cards that I put out every week. um, one of the weeks is a pilgrimage meditation, which this is the one where we went to Glastonbury Tor in England. Beautiful, beautiful meditation. These 2024 meditations are already blowing me away, and they have a pick a card with it too. So be sure to check that one out. I also accidentally sent the Capricorn one out early. I normally, for my praying mantis members, they get advanced access, but I went oops and sent it to everybody. And so happy new year. Here's the Capricorn new moon alert. Every other week, I have new moon, full moon that talk about how you can make the most of your new moon wishes. You get 10 new moon wishes. And then also on the full moons about how you can do releasing ceremonies. And there's pick a cards for all of that too. And so enjoy all of those. I have a bunch of different services I offer. All that is listed in the description box of the video down below. And I did put out a new type of reading called birthday readings, and they are half off for the first for 30 days up here until the end of January. So if you're interested, check out that video. It tells you all about what comes with those. And that's all the blah 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 for now. All right. So that's why I come on a little early to uh, share all that. All right. So we are good to go. Thank you, Ricky. I do see your Cash App came through, so we will be to you here momentarily. So let's get into it. And I do have the Light Seers Tarot is what we're going to be using today. And then also this cute little deck here off and on too called the, I think it's Sambucas Tarot, in case you guys are interested. You know what they look like when you go to buy them from wherever you buy your cards from. All right. So, let's get here and scroll up here. So, Mia, you are up first. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love since it lets me. And hello, dear. Happy to see you too. And you want to know, let me ask, is this thing between H and A love and serious with pure feelings and going to last? All right, let's take a look here and see what spirit wants us to know. So, between H and A, is it love and serious? And what's the ETA on their the length of it here, right? You know, it's it's love, seriousness, not, as much as serious as they can be with where they're at in their life. And what I mean by that is that when we have low self-love for ourselves, there's only so much love that we can give to others and that we can receive from others. So the what they have right now is human, but it's low flow of love because they've got the seven of swords, which is they're being challenged of their own thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that deceive them and keep them from seeing things. And this king of pentacles, there's this energy that they're learning, with the combination here of what their worth really is in relation to the outside world. And what I mean by that is like, we're taught to look outside of ourselves for our definition, and relationships is one of the things we're taught. Also, situations like jobs, education situations we get into, and things, body, bank account, possessions, that type of thing, right? So, relationships, situations, and things are the three areas that we're taught. Look out here for your fulfillment. But the outside world is very unstable. People change, people pass away, people walk away, situations never stay the same, things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, right? Very unstable out there. And when we're looking to fulfill our heart and fill us up, we feel that disappointment. And this is part of our journey. This is the Seven of Swords telling us, look out here. That's going to make you feel all good and numb forever. And no, you don't. Eventually, we get disappointed enough, we turn inward and upward, expand our self love, which expands our ability to give and receive love in greater ways to the outside world. But right now, I feel they're both kind of in the stage of their journey where there's clogs and, their pipelines are just very small, where they're not able to give and receive a whole lot of love from each other. But in comparison, they're just kind of flowing like a human, very little in between. But it's like, whoa, this must be it. But it's more, there's more than that to life, right? Um, they are destined to be together for a little bit here because the Hierophant a lot is this calling from their higher self to call them up the stairway up here to their higher self to see the capital T truths of unconditional love. And and this is what happens. I don't feel like they, sometimes we, like for me personally, I got to be in 5 relationships that ranged anywhere from 1 year to 3 years each, and it was the same lesson I was learning just with 5 different people. Some of us, get to have those classrooms where, like, we go to 5 different classrooms. Some people are in the same classroom learning the same thing, and I feel like that's kind of what they are. They're gonna be in their relationship for a significant amount of time here. Not like decades, but I feel like for at least a year, and they're learning a lot about one another and ups and downs and parting and coming back together and this type of energy. So it's serious enough, you know, it's love enough of what the human experience is, but it's not this deep, deep higher love that lasts, because that's the only thing that truly lasts in this lifetime is when we turn inward and upward and connect with that higher love. And then we have this beautiful fulfillment from the inside, and then it overflows to the outside world. And this is what's on the bottom of the deck. So the overall energy with their relationship has to do with the Four of Swords, peace of mind. They feel safe and they're working out, and this makes so much sense with that Seven of Swords being kind of the obstacle, the big lesson that they're learning in those. The Four of Swords is being at rest because they connect to the higher realms. They're usually on the standard tarot, sleeping on the Ace of Swords, and the three swords of heartbreak and disappointment are on the wall. And this is about, connecting to the higher truths, and it reveals to us, allows us to look at the small t truths that are rooted in fear and transform them from lower vibration fear energy into wisdom and knowledge, higher wisdom and knowledge. And so they're going to be going through this. They got the Eight of Pentacles too. So they are in kind of a little school. That's the school, learning, growing, putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears. Um, if they'll stay together really depends on, with the Eight of Pentacles, do they both go into the cocoon? Do they both become butterflies? Or does one remain a caterpillar, the other transforms into a butterfly, and then they're not compatible anymore? So that's still to be seen. So hopefully that makes sense, Mia Mia. So how long it is going to be has to do with that. So, all right. So that's what they have for you. And thank you again for your donation. Much love to you, my friend. All right. And then Supernova, thank you for your dual donation. And let's give the first one some love here since it does let me. And your first question, anything Kurt wants you to hear about? Your self-expression in music can help you keep going. Any kind of words or reminders even. Sure, let's take a look here. See what Mr. Kurt has for you. He's going with tarot for this question. So let's take a look here and see what they have here. Yeah. So the energy underneath that they're bringing forward is the Full card, which is a brand new adventure, free of a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And it's the first card of the major arcana. The world card is the last, and that's ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure, free of all these roles of society, these roles that we've learned and grown from a lot of people. And yeah, it does sound like freedom because it is. It's like a toddler that's hasn't been told no and praised yet. They're more experiencing life as like nothing's impossible. I can do whatever I want, and people may not like it. Why are they freaking out? But I like this, and it's about pursuing and being free and being clear of all that, right? Hey Sue, hey Summergo. Another shout out to one of my other praying mantis members. Good to see you. So yeah, and we do. I mean, we truly are free. It's just we have stories and beliefs that it's like Rumi, are you and my Rumi? He's a very wise individual. He had said that we don't have to find love. We just discover the obstacles we have created between us and love. We don't need to find freedom. We're free. We just need to discover the obstacles we put between us and realizing we are free. And so that's what happens is a lot of the mind, right? Like this. So they're saying that the Eight of Swords here's you looking in the mirror. This is how we discover what obstacles we've created that have made us feel blinded and bound and trapped and unfree. So how perfect is that? But this is flow. Eight is a great number, and uh, they're encouraging you just to keep, whenever anything comes up that you don't feel free. It's like when you're walking and you're hitting these barriers and you're, oh, there's a barrier. What is this? We question it, it transforms, and then we can continue. But things are brought up for us. These triggers come up in our life that help us see, that we, have this energy of there's freedom there, but what am I how am I holding myself back? What beliefs have I taken on? And so this is what that is about. They're encouraging you to, look beyond that. And yeah, and you've got some great energy here. So, also remembering with the Six of Cups how many lifetimes you've lived really helps us feel the freedom because the Knight of Swords is movement of thought and belief. And so, this is the pursuit of the higher truth that helps us transform these fears, these small t truths that are rooted in fear of failure, fear of losing conditional love, and all of those things. It's a great quest because that is the tool. The Ace of Swords is what we're given to be able to, transform those beliefs and see things from a higher perspective. But I love that they brought in the Six of Cups, which is past life energy, which is really realizing that we've got all of this history, all of this we're not bound to this lifetime or this human body, that we're so much more than that. And a lot of times, I like this, energy of remembering that we're so much more than just this little, it's like this is one character we've played among thousands and hundreds of thousands of existences across universes, and and all of that, and we realize, okay, it puts things into perspective, and I like that. Keep perspective. The Full card, it also represents, our soul before it comes down here and jumps into the lifetime we've chosen here too. So this is us leaping off and remembering that we're a soul having a human experience, and I like that. A microscopic fetus. Yeah, sure, sounds good. You're funny. And then they want you to, amongst all this, you got the Queen of Cups, which is about, she's very connected empathically and psychically. She rolls over emotion, gets a second portion of emotion. So she's the master or mistress of emotion, right? And so she rolls over it completely, and which allows us to really dive deep. Again, this Six of Cups and Queen of Cups talks a lot about connecting spiritually and diving deep into who we really are, deep below the surface, where all that Akashic records and all that is. And amongst that, we have this Five of Pentacles, which is, this feeling of lack and this realization of lack that we're not abandoned, we're never alone. Our human interactions, it's part of how humans act and react, that when a human is in fear, when its little child feels unsafe and out of control, it will bounce everything away and grab everything back for themselves. That we will be abandoned by humans, we will be left behind by humans and disappointed in humans, because that's what happens. The human, when it goes into fear, it boop, the brain is out, the love and compassion is out, and it's a little 2-year-old and its pet cat going at it, hissing and fighting and doing whatever it feels it needs to feel safe and in control. And so when we experience all that, we feel and experience these feelings of lack. But that's just a human experience that we're pretending. Again, these thoughts and beliefs, are we lacking? No. When we open up and realize it's the creator, the source of all things, mother and father, and we're their spoiled little only child. That's kind of relationship we have. We can have everything, and we're never lacking. We always have everything we need in each moment. And when we realize that, again, it just transforms how we see this life, and we don't have as many fears that hold us back when we realize how powerful we are. Yeah. And then you have the Queen of Cups, you have the King of Cups, who balances the heart and the mind. That comes in here too, because all the kings are given a second portion. And so it's about balance, realizing this, we have this earthly experience, but realizing who we are too. And then we're able to move forward with that. So I feel like they're showing you some things of focus. Just, ultimately, if there's one thing we could remember, it would be try to remember who we are in each moment as much as possible, who we truly are. When we realize the powerful being we are, and we can connect more to the higher realms, what do we care? We actually had a lifetime here. It was Lemurian. You might hear Lemuria, Atlantis, and then so we've had a couple of different human races, I guess you could say. And when we were here as Lemurians, we came down with not as veiled in our brain as we are now. We were hardly veiled. We remembered how powerful we were, and we did so much and experienced so much. But it was kind of boring because we knew so much. It's like if you're playing poker or or roulette, let's say, and you always know what number it's going to land on. After a while, you're kind of bored. You like the excitement of not knowing. And so that's Atlanteans. When we evolved and came in even more veiled. That's why Atlantis and everything kind of blew up, because we were used to knowing so much, we didn't know as much, and we're like, oops. But in this lifetime, we're so veiled in comparison so that we can experience who we really are. So I like that. And but there, if we remember who we really are, then that does help things. So hopefully that helps. Yeah. Um, yeah, in times when you don't feel empathic, it's when you're in fear. When we're um and we're probably picking up other people's emotions. We're so hyper aware when we're in fear that we're picking up more physical world than emotional world. When we're in a beautiful place of peace, connected to our higher realms, then things go a little more, we're more aware of things. Um, so there. So that's what they want you to know about that. And so thank you for your first donation. Let's give your second one some love here. Thank you for that as well, of course. And what else would Kurt Spirit like to say or for you to hear? I do feel like they wanted to go to the wisdom of the elders oracle for you for an additional message. So let's see what they got here for you. So what else? Nope. Thought it was that one. They're like, no, 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 keep going. All right, all right. All right, there it is. Herbal medicine. I like this. Beautiful, beautiful pot there, which 42 plant nation and herbal medicine. So let's see what comes in here. So we're surrounded by an abundance of natural medicine, which can be found in our forests, growing on trees, and within the soil of the earth. In many ways, we become disconnected from the natural world and from our ability to harvest herbal plant medicines for ourselves. So, oftentimes, herbal remedies can offer vast amounts of healing benefits without significant side effects, and knowledge about the specific medicinal properties of plants is essential for optimal health since the plant nation has so much medicine to offer us. Various grasses, dandelion greens, mullein, mullein, I don't know what that is, spruce tips, and the many plants commonly classified as weeds have deeply rooted histories as traditional medicine within indigenous culture. There are plenty of vibrant, nutrient filled options for healing, but one must educate themselves on potential benefits from before incorporating plant based medicines into their diets. These remedies can often be used in conjunction with Western medical practices, but like any form of treatment, it still requires caution with its use. Please consult your doctor or health practitioner if you have specific questions concerning your medical history. If you've drawn the Plant Nation card today, you're being called to be your own investigator. Do some research and explore the pharmacy of the natural world. There may be some practices or medical herbs that would greatly benefit you. Take this as an opportunity to explore your local area and see what the bounty of Mother Earth has to offer. If you've been struggling with your health, consider being your own advocate and plan to make some positive changes. Yeah, I like this. For you, I feel like this is them saying, "Eat some grass like a cow." Yeah. Oh, so mullein is an herb that's an expectorant and primarily used in explain because oh, cool. Hey, maybe I might need to look in that. But I definitely feel, like there's some natural herbal, teas and stuff that can help you with your voice, with anything if you're wanting to kick any kind of, addiction to anything, that there can be a natural way, for this to happen here. And I feel like there's this seen an herbalist or, they're in Australia, I'm not sure what they would call it, but we have like apothecaries and different things where they sell herbs and they have people who are trained in it and it can help soothe things and bring health and different things like that. So I feel like that's what they're encouraging you is, hey, this can help, because it really can bring calmness and clarity and soothing of things too. So I like that. So that's what they have for you, my dear. They're so helpful, aren't they? All right. And that's what Kurt has. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then, so Ricky, I have to your first donation here, and you said you were going to make a second donation. I don't see another one come through yet. Just an FYI for you there. Let's see here, and here's your question for number one. So you've been calling Brian, but no answer. Will he call you back today? You're not sure what's wrong. So you had a conversation last night. And then this morning, he's not answering your phone call. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on. What does Spirit wants you to know with you and Brian here? All right. So will he call you back? And what up? What up with Brian? All right. So the energy on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Pentacles, which just feels like they're taking a little bit of alone time here. The Three of Pentacles is about being true to their authentic self and looking into expressing themselves. It can also be that they're hanging around with a couple friends, and so they haven't. That's why they didn't pick up yet, because some friends came and kidnapped them for breakfast or something. I just feel like it's a group. It's not like ooh la la. It's like friends. It's someone that, hey, want to get a bite to eat? Oh my god, yeah, let's have a bite to eat. Kind of energy that's coming in there. So so that is what is coming in there. And yeah, so 10 of Swords energies coming up here. And the 10 of Swords is about them also having this energy of you know, uh they're tired or just tired of trying to live up to everyone's expectations and everyone's supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. And so they're ready for this change. They're ready just to say, I'm just, I'm going to be me, and I'm going to, and that's the Three of Pentacles too. Is I'm going to be me, and with this World card, it's ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, and it's like they're kind of turning over a leaf of, I want to do things differently. I want to do things uniquely, and I'm tired of trying to be what everyone else wants me to be, and I feel like they're just kind of ready for this new adventure. Oh my gosh, yeah. Because 10 of Wands too. So 10 of Swords, the World card, the 10 of Wands is the endings and beginnings. They're definitely ready to stop investing their energy on trying to make everyone else happy, and they're ready to make themselves happy. And so all the people pleasing, a lot of people pleasing, they're just like um free from all this. Oh my gosh, and the 10 of Pentacles. So three out of the four of the tens and the World card. There's definitely this transformation that they're having here in their world here. They're just like ready for a new beginning in all of this, in mind and in energy, in an outside world. Emotions aren't here, but the World card is. They're just trying to, it's like they're, this new year is a new leaf, and they're ready to try different things. And this Three of Pentacles, I do feel like maybe it's family. If you said he doesn't have friends, but maybe it's family or someone. But I feel like the reason why is that they decided to do something unique, and they've done it, or someone said, "Hey, let's," and they're like, "Okay, I'll go have breakfast." This is new year, new me kind of energy that seems to be kind of coming in here. So um, it just feels like they're ready for something different coming in here. And let's see, anything else here? Yeah, Five of Wands. So transformation of energy here from something feeling conflicting into something more free and supportive. Because when you first look at this card, you can think, oh, these people are all in competition to get to the top, and actually they're all helping one another get to the top. When we really understand the nature of the card, and so I feel like they're either out to breakfast or they're helping someone. Someone asked for their help and they decided, all right, here we go. Um, Let me take a look here because it just feels like they're off doing something here. And yeah, let me get to that question, right? So is there going to be communication from them today? Got the Hierophant. Um, I don't know. I feel like there's this with this Hierophant, and they even got the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom, that they're really focused on themselves today. It's so I don't feel like an energy of, almost feel like whatever they're out doing, that when they come back they're just kind of staying to themselves there, because all this thinking and seeing things from a higher perspective, it's like they're studying themselves or studying their life. They're putting things together here. Yeah, and they got the temperance, which is balance and patience. So I don't feel like they will call you back today with this energy. I just feel like they're kind of off by themselves type of energy. They either went and did something, like they went out in nature, or they're helping someone. And when they come back, it's all about them figuring out. It almost feels like they're like, "What do I want to do with my life? I don't want to live this way anymore." Not like I don't feel like they're suicidal or anything, but I just feel like they're just like, "Ugh, I'm just tired of doing all this stuff for everyone and for what? What's my goal? What do I want to do?" And I feel like they kind of just went out and they're either helping someone, but then they're getting out into nature, getting away from everything. They just want to get a perspective of things. But I don't see communication here with all of this here, Ricky. So I don't know. Yeah, and again, we've got on the bottom the hierophants popping up and the judgment card. So there's all of this, looking at things from a higher perspective, a different perspective here, and yeah, and they got the moon card and the death card, and they have all this digging deep and trying to understand themselves right now. So very interesting. And if they don't call it, maybe a text just to say, just so you don't worry about them. But I don't feel like they're going to have a lot of communication today with it, with a whole lot of people. Right. So that's what's coming in for you there, Ricky. And then you had asked a second question, but I don't, but you didn't, I don't see a donation coming through. So if you do want that second question, I'll eventually get down to it for the free readings if you want, but if you want it prioritized, you can make another donation. Otherwise, I will get to it um, after a while. And maybe not in this when I come back this afternoon. All right. So thank you again for your donation. Hang in there. All right. And I think that was that there. So Mia, thank you for your additional donation. And yes, again, much love to you there. And so you said readings, so you hear your feelings. Well, F realized he wants to move forward with you and have deep emotions. All right, let's take a look here. All right, and Ricky, it just came through in case it was taking a while there. All right, so let's take a look here, Mia. Will F realize he wants to move forward with you and have deep emotions? All right, let's take a look here. All right. I feel like eventually, because you've got the way the cards came out here, you got the Five of Swords, so they are having this inner battle between their head and their heart, right? Their heart wants, their head is like, wait, let's not rush into anything, let's not jump forward. Because the Queen of Cups is about deep emotion. She rolls over the cup suit and gets a second portion, so she definitely is the ruler of deep emotion. So they do have them. It's just the battle. The mind is, battling, and at this point, kind of keeping the emotions in check. But the Ace of Pentacles does show a new opportunity opening up in the outside world, which is so they eventually will get through this and be able to express that in the outside world. But as you know, are they big thinkers? I feel like they're big thinkers because here's the King of Swords who rolls over all the brain, the thought, the belief, the mindset, right? So you've got the Queen who's the master of emotion. You got this King who they roll over their own suit, which this is the suit of air, but all the kings get a second portion of air. So he's the master of thinking. So uh they're a good I can say um opponent, yeah, where they're able to compete with all this emotion, and that's who's keeping it under wraps for now. And you can see here with the Nine of Pentacles that um they are in this journey of being kind of having space to themselves. The Hermit is the number nine, and this is the Nine of Pentacles of the outside world. So they're having a lot of time with themselves, with spirit, really looking at their worth and relationship to the outside world, which is what comes in with this is what's keeping their mind busy, is fear of being worthy enough and all that fun stuff. But the 7 of Wands is a good energy. Eventually, they build up this bubble where they don't fear what other people are going to do and they feel like they can express themselves without having their bubble popped. And it's like the sun not asking for permission to shine. They've got um they're just going to be themselves, and if people can't take it, too bad. They can get into the shade or wear a giant sun hat or put on a glop of sunscreen, whatever, but they're going to be themselves. And I feel like that's what they're building up towards is, but what if I'm rejected for what I want and who I want to be? But this is what they're working out, right? And eventually that Queen of Cups will win, because we are ultimately emotional beings who think, because our emotions are what form first. 7 years old and younger, our emotional body forms. It's our lower brain, and then the higher brain is the thinking, which forms between 7 and 14, and then our physical body 14 to 21. So this is the form, and we are ultimately emotional beings first. So we are eventually the emotions beat out over the mind in most cases. So eventually they will, but the timing isn't being indicated here. But that's what they have for you, Mimia. So hopefully that helps bring a little bit of hope there, at least. All right. So many blessings, and thank you again for your donation. Much appreciated. All right. And then Aries rising. Hello, hello. Let's give that donation some love there. And thank you so much for that. And you want to know the status of A and T's marriage. All right. Let's see what's going on here. What does Spirit want us to know about A and T's marriage? All right. All right. That's it, huh? All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. All right. So we've got the energy here underneath. I do feel like they're having some progression here, because we've got the first two cards that came out were the 5 and 6 of Pentacles. So it goes from somewhere feeling lack and abandonment, and it's progressing to the 6 of Pentacles, which is equal giving and receiving. And whatever's going on with them here, there's like this. I feel like they had a codependent relationship kind of energy before, where someone felt like a parent and someone felt like a child. Someone overgives, someone was not allowing the other person to give to them in some way. And so they start drifting to see if they can give to someone else. But I feel like that it's changing. Like the codependent child parent relationship is turning into adult to adult relationship here. So there is progression, there is learning that's happening here. And with that 6 of Pentacles and the six of Wands, we've got this. This is victory, this is equal passion. Page of Cups is their love is going to a higher place. And even on the bottom of the deck, the overall energies are very similar to this, with new passion with the Page of Wands and then 10 of Cups. So I feel like things are like there's a spark of hope and this spark of movement towards like reconciliation, if there was problems. But I feel like they realized here, the crux of the issue of the codependency, and there's this energy that's coming in here. Yeah. So I feel like it's like, okay, they're working on it, and they're right now the energies are headed towards, they continue to put the effort and the work into it that they are in their self-work and in their communication with each other. It looks like they can really have a reignition of, or even go to a whole new level that they weren't at even before. So I like that. So it looks very positive here, Aries rising, and yeah, I just feel like um, this feeling of hope and this feeling of like I said, progression keeps on coming in. They're making progress. It's not perfect, but there's hope and there's progress, which is better than no progress, backsliding, and hopelessness, right? Unless we were hoping for that, but that's what's going on between their marriage with these cards. All right, so that's what they have for you, Aries Rising. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. You are very welcome. Cheers. All right, and then let's see here, Ricky. Yeah, and that's normal. We're all taught to overgive. Just some of us convert other people to be the dependent ones. I know I was I'm a recovering enabler, codependent relationships, and I was such a strong enabler. I would convert other enablers to the other side of the codependency. I was that good, and that wasn't good for a relationship. But we live and we learn. All right. All right. And then, so up next, we have Supernova, and then Ricky will go to your second question, and then Nat. Thank you guys so much for your donations. All right. So, Supernova, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that some love. You're very welcome, Aries. All right. And so, we want advice towards creative self expression from Kurt's spirit. You're knowing Kurt. Kurt is on the other side, right? And They are an eternal being they're with you 24/7, 100%. They can be 100% present there and a billion other places 100% present. That's how powerful we are. So they're just waiting. They're going, oh, she's talking to me. She's talking to me. So uh, you're definitely not annoying them. They are excited and ready. It's just like someone hanging around with you all day long and you don't talk to them. And then you ask them questions. They're like, "Oh, hey!" They're excited about it, not annoyed. So, yeah, never feel that way. So, advice towards a creative self-expression, and I feel like we want to grab here a Blue Angel Oracle and a couple tarot. Yeah, it is amazing, crazy amazing. We have no idea how powerful we are on the other side. We're so in our human mindset of being in one place right now. It's like to imagine, you can't even comprehend like being in all these different areas all at once. Yeah. Forever in my light. Card number 13. Follow the yellow brick road. Uh, this one looks like here. Card 13, forever in your light. So safe and sound is the energy of this card. And it says you live forever within the light of creation. What? Because you're asking about advice towards creative self-expression. And they're saying you live forever within the light of creation. There is no need to worry. You and those you love are safe. The healing light of angels fills heaven and earth. It's everywhere, always. Feel it in your heart like an eternal flame glowing throughout the universe, through your days and nights, forever uniting, healing, and transforming all. And there's a little saying down below. It says, "We are forever flowing through creation, and we are forever changing. Yet I am always with you. For I am the ebb and flow of your spirit, and the love that stems from your eternal heart. I am a warm breeze that whispers in your sleep." Yeah. Boom. So I love this safe and secure, and they're saying here you're always in the presence of creation and creativity. And advice towards creative self-expression is that you're always changing. So you're never going to get to perfection of like we're thinking, okay, we're going to get here and then. They're like, no, you're in the midst of creation always. But that safe and sound when we're in the presence of creation always, but it's like playing peekaboo with creativity. When I'm in lower vibration fear, then I'm out. I'm like, I don't see the creativity until I go peekaboo and then I'm back, right? And so when I'm feeling safe and secure, I'm connected to my creative mind and I have access to all of that. When I go into fear, there's just noise and obstacles in my way where I don't see and I'm not connected. I disconnect from the creative juices. It's like the creativity is flowing and we're this cup, right? But when I go into fear, I go, "What? What's going on?" And it's not going into the cup, it's splashing everywhere else. But I'm like, "What happened? What's going on?" And like, "Where did the creativity go?" They're like, "Oh, oops." And we go back into that love and safety and that connection, then we have all that creativity come in. So, I feel like they're saying, and how do we do that? How do we stay in a higher vibration? How do we stay connected? And, every moment is a choice of fear or unconditional love. But the things that take us into that higher frequency of creativity and connection is being in the presence of unconditional love, spirit, meditation, singing bowls, whatever it is that takes us to that beautiful place. Joy, laughter, gratitude is a huge, laughter and gratitude are two huge fear transformers. It changes something from fear into that. And it happens, someone's like, "Oh, I'm scared." And I'm like, "Oh, but what's going to happen?" And they laugh and then they don't feel as scared anymore. It's like, what's the matter? And that's why I laugh so much and I try to watch comedies, yeah, and comedians um and it depends. I mean, like Robin Williams, he was a comedian and he killed himself. It's like it's true being connected to true joy and laughter. And he kind of went into a spiral of sorts, feeling like he had to be that for everyone else, but he wasn't being it for himself, right? And so it's important for us to generate our joy and generate our laughter um and to choose. That's what keeps it. There's nothing right or wrong with either. It's just if we want creativity, that's what we connect to. And when we're not, we can ask ourselves, oh, what am I fearing? And transform that fear into wisdom and laughter and whatever it may be. So I like that. So that's what he has for you right now, Nova. And thank you again for your multiple donations there. All right. And Ricky, thank you so much for your second donation. And you want to know, how does Brian feel about you? All right. You're very welcome, Nova. And then Nat, you'll be up here after Ricky. So let's take a look here and see what's going on with Brian. How does he feel specifically about you? What is his energies towards you and his feelings here? They're other people's feelings, are a reflection of what's going on inside of them, right? One of my favorite uh, memes that I saw once says, other people's opinion of me is none of my business. And it's because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. That has to do with how I'm feeling, the stories I have in my head, the emotions I'm flowing with, the energy that I'm filling myself up with, and how I feel in the physical world too. If I feel sick, not going to think as highly as everyone else. Maybe it'll be a little cranky, but I'm feeling great and joyful, I think extra of people, right? So the opinion of me of different people is varies by person, and within each person varies by moment, and so it's an unstable um, picture of who we are, and so we'd like to say that spirit likes to bring that up when we're asking about what people think or feel about us, because it's like, well, there's a caveat, take it with a grain of salt that this has to do a lot with what's going on inside of them in the moment. And that's what we're going to look at is what's their energy now, and kind of maybe not so much energy now is what's the average of how the energy that they have toward me, right? Because on the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Swords, which is a lot in their mind. So they do think a lot in their head, and their emotions are all over the place. Here's that the 7 of Cups is emotional confusion, um, because they do have, the 5 of Pentacles. They have a lot of feelings of abandonment, being left behind, and worth things that happen here a lot below. Yeah, and even the Moon card down here with there's a lot of stuff below the surface here that influences their opinion. So when we're looking at all that, they're like, just realize there's a lot going on in there. So let's take a look here and see what they have here. How do they feel about you? And when, like, what is their perception of you too? All right. So we do have the 10 of Wands, which we got in that first reading here too, with, a lot of energy that's invested. And it is an energy of like they feel like they have to put a lot in, um, a lot of energy, forward. It's not so much a burden because it can be a burden card, but I just feel like they're like, I it takes me a lot of energy, and like you were mentioning, that they're probably a big introvert, because reminding me of me. I feel emotions. I've got like a stellium in Pisces and have a bunch of water in my chart, so I've been feeling people's emotions extreme from very early on. I remember wondering why people are lying. I go, "Why are you saying that when that's not true?" Because I could feel their emotions, and I'm like, why are people so weird? Why do people make stuff up?" But it was a lot. It takes a lot to be around and individuals, and especially when I was younger. Now I've built up this unconditional love barrier, and I flow with unconditional love more, so it doesn't impact me. But where he's at in his life takes a lot of energy for him to be around people and interact with people. And so that's kind of their feeling, is like, oh, I just not that it's horrible. It's like when they hang around you, they're like, okay, I'm interacting, and it's not as bad as, they feel like it's going to be interacting with people. It's like, the best type of plans for him are cancel plans. That's the kind of energy that comes in for everyone, not just you, but they want you to be aware of that. There is balancing of head and heart, which I like in the Page of Pentacles. So there is this energy of that they do like this balanced approach, and they do want this growth and with you, so they it almost could be like if they feel like it takes energy, but it's worth it for them to do that with you. But that's why I feel like there's like, looking for growth, looking for balance between head and heart. But I feel like the heart is the one that doesn't get expressed very much, because we do have the battling between the head and the heart with the 2 of Swords. But the 10, the Wheel of Fortune, tells me that you're going to be happy about how they feel about you and the steps they take forward in the future. Because the Wheel of Fortune tells us whatever unfolds is for us, it's the tune of for you. But sometimes the human, can be like, oh, how is that for me? But this is saying that when this Wheel of Fortune appears, even your human is happy with how things are going. I agree, that is for me. So it feels positive with all these changes that they're making. I just feel like they're just wanting to be different and live differently. And I feel like that's why today they're just like trying to get their head around what they really, really want. And it's gonna take some patience here, though, with with them, which I pretty much know. Feel like you already know. You're like, no kidding. With the 7 of Pentacles, it's the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, so it does take a little bit of time for things to unfold. And you have to have the patience with it, because pulling on the plant, trying to make it grow, just pulls it up from the roots and kills it. So it's like, all right, you can give it some miracle grow by giving unconditional love and giving them the space to do and be themselves, which I feel like you do already. Um, but it's still allowing them to, um, transform and grow at their own pace. And while you're waiting, you can do the same thing, right? You can look at, right, while you're doing your thing, how, what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets served me, but don't serve me anymore? What emotions served me or relationships served me, And, um, what else, can I let go? And so there's this growth, there's this inward and upward growth that you raise your love vibration, they're raising their love vibration. And then that's when things start speeding up. Otherwise, if we keep at the lower vibration doing what we've always did, we'll get what we always have got. But I feel like they're ready for this. All those tens they got in that world card, they're ready for a new world. And 2024 is the year of for us, right? 2024. And we're moving from where life is happening to us to life is happening for us, moving from victim role to abundance and fullness and power in ourselves. So I like that. So hopefully that helps, Ricky. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation. And Nat, thank you for your donation. It lets me give you some love. So let's give that some love here. And you want to know the status of David and Chris Mary's partnership. All right. You're welcome, Ricky. Hang in there. All right. So what's going on with David and Chris Mary's partnership? Now we've been having a lot of questions about other people's relationships today. So we're like, Spirit, can we get nosy? Can you tell us what's going on? It's like, so this is what they'll let us know about, right? So bottom of the deck, wow, it looks like things are pretty interesting. We'll get some more clarity, but the underlying energy is Queen of Cups, deep emotions, a lot of around 10 of Pentacles, which is the abundance and legacy card of the outside world, looking at their impact among, children and the dog and ancestry and looking at all of that, there's this deep emotion and out external fullness that's coming in here. So it feels like they're definitely aware and focusing on things. So let's get some details here with the cards that they pulled out here. Man, they got the 6 of Wands. So mutual passion, victory, um, coming out here. So I feel like it's a positive energy. And then the 8 of Wands, a lot of passion, a lot of movement happening here too. A lot of suddenness. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. What's this other card? All right. Well, it looks like things are going pretty well here. Because we've got the Ace of Cups, which is new love, higher love, and the King of Wands, decision making, movement, all this wand energy is that they're just making decisions. And so there is a lot of, it makes sense that with this Queen of Cups, looking at all the emotions, looking at the outside world. And I don't know if they were at a place of, is the relationship up for renewal? Do I want to continue or is this it? And I feel like they are, you know, looking more here to making it work because we've got the star card, which is hope and dreams come true. And the King of Wands is like Emperor energy, where it's like, let's decide what we want. Let's put form around it. Let's put action around it. And so I feel like if they were at a crossroads or something, they are choosing to give it more energy and more time and really define what they want and take action on it. And it feels positive here. Or if they were doing fine, it's about upgrading. They're wanting to take it to a new level here as well. So feels very positive here, Nat. As far as the, if you're them, and then they're wanting to put in the effort and but the defining of things really feels important here with them. So that's coming. You are very welcome, and thank you again for your donation. All right, and I think that is it for all my donations right now. Let me just check my email, make sure nothing else came in here. Oh, looks good. All right. So let me just scroll up here. And so Dijona Sturgis, you'll be my first free reading coming in here. And you want a life path reading. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about your life path. All right. Which way do you go? Which way do you go? Right. because you got the 7 of Cups here, which is, which way do I go? Which way do I go? So much that you can choose from, but I love the King of Cups coming in here because they rule over emotion, they rule over your heart and choosing, but they're also balanced with air energy, which is the mind. So balancing heart and mind here. And your life path, one has someone who is very balanced coming into your life eventually, if they're not in your life already. But the King of Cups is a great relationship individual because they are balanced. They're able to communicate their heart and their mind and etc. So it's a good energetic match for you down the road. But this is you stepping in and telling you that there is no right or wrong, that you are the ruler. You get to choose how you want to uniquely express the love in your heart with the world. And it's balancing head and heart. If we make decisions strictly from our heart, we can be too dreamy and be like, "Oh, this is what I want to do," and da 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 da, and never do anything, right? We just dream about what I want to be someday. That's what I'm going to be someday, and then we die, and we're like, "Well, I never was that." It's like, well, did a lot of thinking about it or a lot of dreaming about it, but no action. And the swords or the air energy of the balance of the King of Cups is you're putting your heart and your wishes and your dream into action. You're going, how can I get there? And let's put some logical steps and put some action behind it. So I like this, and if you're not sure, one of the books that we're reading in our praying mantis, which is an amazing book, we're almost done with it. Um, but it's Discover Your Dharma by Sahara Rose. And she has an amazing process and actually a cool website, which I'll just share with everybody here real quick. Um, Here it is. It's iamsahararose.com. And let me just share it down here. And she actually has two quizzes on there that help you identify your dharma, your life purpose. And here it's on the purpose tab. Here's a direct link to the quiz if anyone wants it. And then your dosha, which is it's about Ayurveda, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Um, it's under that one. There's a dosha that tells you about yourself too, and here's that quiz. So if you're interested, anyone interested in finding out, getting some idea about what is your like a archetype of your life purpose of your dharma, those are all free. So I like those. So feel free to help yourself there. Right? It is an awesome book. It's just like life changing. Um, Even it's given me clarity about my life because I'm a visionary and a teacher, and that those my top two. I haven't geeked out yet, Sue, to find out my other ones. But those are my two primary, which I do have this passion for teaching, which I'm going to be focusing on this year. So stay tuned for that. But that's what's coming in here for you, Dijana, and anyone else that was looking for life purpose stuff. Very helpful. And if you purchase the book, it's definitely worth the purchase. All right. So that's what they have for you, Dijana. So hopefully that helps. You are in control of it. There's no have to or supposed to. You have this, like it talks about in the book, we have a dharma, we have a life purpose of what we want to do. How we want to do it is up to us. There's no wrong way. It's not like it's written of, well, you have to be this and do it this way. They're like, this, you want to raise the vibration of the planet. How do you want to do that? And you're totally supported by the universe with that. So that's what's coming in. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Malhotra, you are up next. Ah, very good. So Audible does have it if you need quick help and includes all quizzes and PDF. Oh, okay, very good. All right. Kritika, you want to know what will happen next between you and Arnav? All right. And will he contact you or should you message him? Anything? Anything? Bueller? Bueller? We've got here there is movement of communication with the Six of Swords. You have the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities. And so I feel like there will be new opportunities of communication coming up here. And the Six of Cups has this, past life connection energy that's there. So there's definitely purpose to your interaction with them. And I feel like it will be a significant impact or significant interaction with you in this lifetime too. I feel like you've had multiple lifetimes together with this, and that energy is coming in here. So this is movement, leaving behind old ways of, thinking, old fears, moving into new ones. So this is a movement card, and the Page of Pentacles is about birthing in the outside world. Swords being communication. That's why I feel like there is going to be this here. Um, will he contact or should you message him? There's no shoulds, but with this energy, I don't feel like you can do wrong. You can reach out to them and message them. Just know that there's this underlying connection that they may not understand as much as you do about this past life energy that's drawing you together. So just, know that they're kind of playing catch up to go, what is this? What is this feeling? What is this draw? What's happening here? Is she a witch? Did she put a spell on me? But it's not that. It's because no one could do that. But there's this draw below the surface in the Akashic records that are drawing you guys inward. So you can give it a little, if you want to be a little more patient, you can. There are roots growing here below the surface. If you can see him growing out of his shoe, if it'll focus here. Maybe not. There it goes. You can see it kind of growing out of the bottom of the shoe. So there's roots growing, there's things that are growing there, but with the Six of Swords, that is movement and movement of communication too. So you can. There's no should or should not when it comes to communication. If what is meant for us will never pass us by. So if we're afraid, well, I don't want to push. Well, if you don't want to call them like 10 times in a day, it's like, okay, that might delay things. But if you haven't had, if like you are at a point where you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna message him and just say, hey, happy new year, blah blah blah, and then just see what happens. You can definitely do that. But there is this allowing the flow of things to unfold too, with the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So I like that for you, Kritika, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Yeah, right, Sue. That book is it is a life changer. Coming at the perfect time. 2024 is a huge year for everyone. We have great growth opportunities this year. It is the Chinese year of the wood dragon, which is huge. Dragons are huge growth, and wood being tree planting and growth is very important too. So I like it. All right. And then Happy Pill, you are up next. So what is going to unfold for you? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know that's going to be unfolding here for you? All right. That one and that one. Sorry, I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So some wonderful progress of releasing fears, and because you got the Nine of Swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card, and there's a lot to do here with dream world coming in. With the High Priestess, she dives deep into the hidden and the unknown. She steps behind the veil, connects with spirit, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication from your higher self and your soul and your dreams to help bring things to the surface, to help release them and transform them. I love the newer energy Spirit's been talking about for this year is that we don't cut away fears, we transform its energy from lower vibrational fear energies and fear of failure, fear of rejection, blah blah blah, all that stuff. When we look at it, we actually transform it into higher spiritual wisdom and knowledge. And so this is what is happening here. The nine is the hermit's journey. The High Priestess also is about taking time, stepping back away out of the chaos, connecting and looking into things. So I really feel like you're going to be having this kind of upgrade that's happening here. Yeah. And you've even got the Tower card energy on the bottom that is movement of things out of your life to make space for some things that just fill up your heart and overflow. So it is worth the effort. It is worth the time in doing that because, this is the reward. It's like Capricorn energy, which we're in Capricorn season right now, ruled by Saturn. It gives you the work to do, but it gives you the reward too, which is awesome. So that's what's unfolding for you right now, Happy Pill. Just be aware of your dreams. If you don't have a dream journal, or if you feel like you don't remember your dreams, just when you go to sleep at night, just go, Spirit, please help me remember my dreams upon waking, so that I can glean and learn from them. And they will, they'll help you um, remember your dreams. So I like it. All right. So many blessings to you, Happy Pill. And then Jean. Hello, hello, Jean. Hello, love. And thank you for the reminder. Thank you, everyone, for all the great thumbs up that you give in the video. It just helped me so much, and I'm so appreciative. It helps send out the love tsunami to the world. So thanks for being part of spreading the Zen love. Appreciate that. And thank you, Jean, for the reminder. I always get into the readings and I totally forget till after I'm done. I'm like, oh, I didn't even thank everybody. So thank you. And you want to know what are Libra's feelings and intentions towards you and the underlying energy? All right, let's take a look here and see what is Libra's feelings. All right. All right. And then the underlying energy. Okay. Well, we've got the underlying energy is the Five of Swords, balancing between head and heart. So very Libra-esque energy. They're enjoying the going back and forth between their head and their heart, their head and their heart, the head, the heart, the head, the heart, and going through there. And even with the Two of Wands, is going back and forth between the energies too. This is the passion. They have fear, and then they have gratitude and higher things. They go back and forth between those two as well. So that's why they're enjoy the balancing aspect of things and the weighing out of things. But they have the 10 of wands here, which is great. This is the end of a burden and the beginning of new energies, and they are having this I want to say this aha of, okay, so I've been investing all this energy and going back and forth between their analysis paralysis, right? They're going back and forth. Libra being air elements, very much in their head, makes sense, with the Five of Swords, the conflict of mind, and the heart's going, but I want to do this. And they're like, all right, got to think about that though. Let's analyze it and see what if you do that, this will happen. What if you do that? This will happen. Like steam coming out of their head. But I like this 10 of wands because it's like, okay, they're done investing all the energy. They're like, all right, I think we have enough data. Now let's start movement. And so I feel like with this 10 of wands going to, it's the begins again at the ace of wands. And then the two of wands is actually putting action and steps towards their goals, right? The planning begins here. You can even see in here how they have the globe and the car and all this. Well, maybe you can see it if it'll focus, but they are making the plans on how to get to the shore, because the Three of Wands after this shows them with a surfboard at the shore. And so the Two of Wands is them getting ideas, putting what their next actions are going to be. And I feel like they are wanting to make movement towards you. They even have the star on the bottom, which is, dreams come true, wish upon a star, and what would make me feel full. This is what they're going to be taking this, um, you know, steps towards. So I do feel like they're like reached the end of their analysis period, and they're now putting plans together to take action. And I do feel like it's towards you, expressing things, getting to know you more. I feel like you've passed their background check, and so they're wanting to move forward. So that's what's coming in there for you, Gene. You passed the background check. Who knew? All right. So that's what's coming in for you, and many blessings to you. All right. And then we are to Patty. All right. So Patty, you are up next. Let me see here. I don't Let's see, where are you, Rhonda? No, yeah, no, you're still quite a ways down there, Rhonda. So I haven't done yours yet. And Godstutter, sure, you can put your question down there. Absolutely. I see you've done that. So perfect. All right. So Patty, hello, hello. Is there a relocation in the cards for you in the next month? All right, let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know here. All right. Yeah, one of the relocation cards, Six of Swords, is movement. It's movement of mind, leaving old things behind and moving to new things, old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. But it does always have this undercurrent of movement, because when the mind moves, the outside moves. So there is this relocation in the cards here for you. You're moving across water here, even. So there is this movement that's indicated there, Patty. Boom, boom, easy breezy. I mean, I'm doing it, and the card came flying out, and they're like, Here's what she needs to know." Yeah, yes. All right, so I like it. That's what's coming in there for you. All right, Patty, so many blessings to you. We'll continue moving down the list here. All right, and DK, you are up next. So does Varun love you? Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know about Varun and love for you. All right, let's see. All righty, let's see what we got here. This Judgment card here is their higher self calling them to this higher place, and the Three of Pentacles, them really getting into tune about being true to their authentic self. What I'm feeling with this DK is that they're learning to love themselves, and I don't feel like they have love for anyone right now because they don't have it for themselves. They're in the process of developing and opening their own self-love. And so I feel like everything else, when we love ourselves that much, we can't give a whole lot of love to anyone or receive a whole lot of love from everyone else. And as we develop our self-love, our self-worth, that opens up, and then not only are we feeling this beautiful love from above, we're able to give and receive love to humans more expansively. And so it's all about them right now, coming in here. So if you feel like, I'm not sure if they do or not, it's because they don't have a whole lot of love for themselves that they're able to realize. And so they can't realize it for others, and they can't receive it from anyone else too. So if they feel kind of cold or distant, it's because they really are withdrawn, focusing on trying to expand their self-love, which is great, because otherwise they're never going to be able to give and receive love to others. So right now they are giving whatever love they can, which you're like, really? That little drip is what they can give? Yeah, that's all they can receive too. No matter how much someone floods, just drips in. No matter how much love they want to give, it just drips out, because that pipe is clogged or small, and they have to expand it to be able to give and receive love. So that's what's coming in for you, DK. So many blessings to you. All right. Yeah, Patty, boom. All right. I'm glad I'm glad you like that. All right, and I did have a couple donations come in, so I'm leaving off for the free readings right now with Elisa. So I will be back here momentarily, and let me take a look here. All right. So Mia, thank you for your additional donation. And I don't see, did you put another question up here? Okay, not yet. So as soon as you put your question, I will go to you next. But for the sake of time, I'm going to jump to Red, and thank you, Red, for your donation. And then I see Mod, you will be up after that. So thank you. I see you up there. So you'll be up after that. Thank you for your PayPal. All right. So Red, you want to know, will WD and you become pregnant in 24? Yes. Thank you for entertainment purposes. uh, disclaimer given. Boom, boom, right? All right. So let's take a look here. and see. Will you be blessed with a little one in 2024? And when, if they'll be able to tell us that here. All right. All right. Well, with the energy on the bottom here, right? Feel free to be nosy. You got the Sun card, which is a victory card, but it's Leo energy and it's the inner child. That's what the Leo usually has a little baby on a horse on there. So this would be a yes that you do. Leo energy, I'm not sure if that's Leo season. It could be as early as that, because Leo would be what? Leo comes in 4 months after Aries, right? Which would be Aries is March 21st, so July 21st to August 21st. Is that Leo season, if I'm going correctly off of my brain? But so it's definitely a possibility of it being that being the timing here. You got the Four of Cups, emotional stability, and the Seven of Wands, the bubble and the protection. I almost feel like this is like a protective bubble, like a child inside. And that would be July, right? Did I just say July? 7/21 to 8/21. So at least you'll know, maybe of course they won't be born at that time, but I feel like that's when you become aware. So if that would be So if you find out you're pregnant in what, October or November, December, if they're born in July of 2025, so you become pregnant and aware. Maybe you become aware during July um, period there. But I do feel here there's this protective bubble. You got the Four of Cups, which does talk about becoming emotionally comfortable and focusing on the higher love here as well. You have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck too, which is all about fast, like passion, and I feel like it just happens out of nowhere. But it becomes here when this Four of Cups, this emotional stability. It's not being stressed, not being, um, in that lower vibrational energy of missingness or fear of not things happening, but of gratitude and joy and laughter. It's living life and feeling fullness of life is when it creates that energy that's very inviting for them to come in here, right? Let me just take a look here. But I do feel here like Leo season seems to be coming in here in July. Yeah, and look, Queen of Pentacles. So here's new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So definitely they're confirming it here that it does. And Seven of Pentacles, last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, another seven. So this fruit growing and children and everything really feels so much like July, right? Because Leo is July, right? Now I just have to look. So July 21st to August 21st, all you wonderful uh, astrologers out there. Yeah, July 23rd to August 22nd. So boom. I love the internet. I should have my Siri turned on so I can just go, Siri, what is the dates of Leo? So I feel like July 23rd to August 23rd, you're gonna find out this year. Um, because there's all of the 7 that are coming in here, and the Eight of Wands, which is August. So July and August, I feel like you will find out here, Red. So boom, confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. So I like it, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, and thank you for your donation. All right. Thank you, Mimi, and let me give your donation some love there. No problem. Welcome back. So you have one more question. You'd love to read the tarots as well. Oh, would you be good at it? Um, yeah, let's take a look here. and see if this is like your highest way of expressing, or not even that question, just if you want to use tarot as a divination tool, would you be good at it? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate your donation and your interest here too. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, I mean, coming off right the bat here, we've got the high priestess connection to spirit. So they're definitely saying you have the ability to do so. Just have to get past some of these feelings of like lack, and that believing that you can, because there might be some beliefs here that are keeping you locked out. But they're like, yeah, the high priestess, you have the ability. It's like you're the high priestess that can go, behind the scenes, and you have a lot of connection with spirit, but you've locked yourself out of the high priestess temple. It's like, here's the key. You just have to unlock the door, which I like. You have the balance between heart and mind here, which is great because with this energy, the Queen of Cups, she is very, a lot like the High Priestess. The King of Cups brings in higher knowledge with the heart, and you can. Um, so you would be good at it. It's like you start developing you start developing this language with spirit, and you start off like reading the book and going, okay, well, this is what Ace of Cups is, or like Three of Cups is this. But then with your own spirit guides and what you develop with them is like, well, but for me there's also this that comes in, and a lot of it is developing your connection with spirit and connecting as well, because what is cool is, which you'll see, especially if you when you start reading for people, and like as many readings as I do in a year, sometimes I'm like, this is not the regular meaning of this, but spirit's telling me this is what this combination. And when you have as many decks, all these over here are all my, they even go above the screen here, tarot, and all these are oracle. And so when you have so many, you have all these different pictures and different things that come to you. It's beautiful unfolding, and it's a great adventure. So I feel like you can definitely be good at it. Again, we've got the strength card, which is you connecting with your higher self and getting beyond your fears and limiting beliefs. Is again, this is that kind of just reinforcing it. There's like just some limitations that we have to get beyond our fears, and because that's the chaos. When we have lower vibrational fear beliefs, or noise, that's what makes it hard, to to hear the whispers of love, right? And yeah, and you are studying it. Oh, very cool. So yeah, and that's what's cool is, you can, um, the more that you are focusing on getting rid of lower vibrational small t truths of fear, and you're raising your love vibration, the vibration at which spirit speaks is unconditional love and joy and laughter, gratitude, all that up there. And the more we do that, the clearer the messages we get. When we have fears and our brain gets involved trying to figure stuff out, it's like, well, this card is supposed to mean this, and it's supposed to mean this, but it's about going, okay, that's a good start of a foundation. But when you yeah, when you see these together, it's like you have these new opportunities of something that makes you feel full and overflowing. And so this is tarot for you. So yep, definitely you're getting thumbs up for that, Mia Mia. So definitely do it. Definitely. And let me know if you have any questions, because um, around connecting and anything along those lines. But it's about developing your own language with your spirit guides and hearing what spirit, it's like stepping out of the way and letting spirit tell you, and that's the big thing. If you look at tarot, we don't need tarot cards to communicate with spirit and get messages from spirit, but these humans are we learn by pictures, we learn by seeing and stories. And so tarot cards are a good way for our human to take the message that's coming through and help it grasp into the human brain, because it likes pictures and it remembers the picture. It can relate that way. So just little tidbits. All right, excited for you, Mia, and many blessings to you. Excited. All right. And Mod, thank you so much for your donation there. Thank you. You reposted. You're so helpful. Thank you. All right. So thank you for that donation. And you don't know why is L telling family and friends he's getting married soon? Is he loyal to you? Oh, all right. Let's take a look here. You're like, is it here? Is it me you're getting married to? Why am I the last to know? Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. What does Spirit wants you to know here? Why is he telling? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, we got this here. Let's see. Just get some clarity here. Okay. Yeah, I don't see any thing to be afraid, to be scared of here. We do have, I feel we got tower energy coming up, which is sudden news, sudden changes, which I don't feel like that's bad with what we're seeing here. But let me just show you here. So the first cards that came out here, you got the Lovers card, and then the Nine of Swords, which is nightmare and insomnias and our fears we have around this, right? And it's like I feel like the energy that's coming in here is like not to fear, about this, that whatever is bubbling up is here for you to be able to release whatever's coming in here. Because the fears of that someone's not being faithful or they're not loyal to me, that's what will destroy a friendship or a relationship, in the long run. And I feel like it's important for you to look at these, to release these. But we've got you know we originally got the Ace of Cups, and I asked Spirit, oh, is this a new love or a heightened love? And they were like, the Tower popped in here, which that Tower energy, I pulled another tarot card, and it was, on the bottom of the deck over here was the Tower too, which didn't feel like, because it can mean someone being moved out of your life for you, blah blah blah. But I was like, it felt like it was suddenness, sudden new love, and they have the courage and the strength card coming in here, which is not, this is a positive card. It's this, have the courage to step through here. So, we've got this energy, moving through here, and it doesn't feel like scary to me. It feels like, okay, maybe they're, telling other people because they're about to ask you to marry them. Because here's the Nine of Wands, they're getting ready. Again, there's this energy that's been holding them back, and they're ready to pull the plug and the gate to fall down and for movement to come in here. And you've got this flow here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, two eights, fast moving and suddenness. Here's the another reason why I felt like that lightning bolt is sudden. And here's the been putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and things start to move forward in the outside world for the two of you. And it's like, here's the plans being made and the peace of mind that comes in here too. So I feel like, you know, um, whoever that you've been hearing, like, from family and friends, that he's getting married soon, that they were. Yeah, his attitude is so weird. It's like he's trying to do something, he's trying to, um, you know, I just feel like with all of these cards here, it's this, but I don't feel like it's a warning, I didn't get any, that it's someone else, so I feel like they're just, they're trying to be sneaky about it to do something, and yeah, and you've got the World card, which is ending of old cycle and beginning of a new adventure. Um, so I don't feel the energy of like, ooh, they've been seeing someone else and they're gonna get married to them. 'Cause you know, they're not stupid. They wouldn't be, telling your family and friends, "I'm getting married to someone else," and they're like, "But aren't you with," but I just feel like the people that they've been telling, they're excited because they're looking for, their, um, approval or help, and maybe they were like, "Shh, shh," but they're like, nope. So it's just interesting if that makes sense, but that's what's coming in. So I do see, that this is like them preparing for you and to move things to a new place with you, and they're acting weird because they're trying to be sneaky about it, but they're not very good at it. So, um, and I feel like, also, it's a big step for them, and that 9 of swords is for them too, of, like, they have these fears about, what if you say no, and what if, what ifs, all these what ifs, right? It's a big step, so, um, yeah, it just feels like there's this, um like I said, I just feel like they're getting this fear, and this is their energy right now, they just have this fear of, doing it right, and this is a decision that's supposed to be forever. These days it's like, psh, but yeah, no, not at all. So that's what I feel coming in here. I don't have any, like, there's not, I didn't get any 3 of cups and all this, deceit or anything like that. It all seemed very, forward moving there. So that's what's coming in there for you right now, Mod. So hang in there. I like, of course, everything always unfolds for us. And so, but a lot of what's happening is for you. We're in Capricorn, Saturn energy. So you're really, looking at this, the fears, that are there, um, because that is an important thing to, um, that can only happen now, right? And so it's like, okay, I can't control theirs, and when where we're appearing is my actions different from my words about myself, and so let me look at my own thoughts and beliefs about myself, what things are bubbling to the surface. That's the nightmare and insomnia card of the 9 of swords, is stepping back and looking at our own. So all right, so that's what they have for you, Mud. Hey, Moonlight, I do see your message. I know sometimes they don't appear on your side. Um, but I do see yours, so you can stop posting it, because you're kind of spamming the chat. But I do see it, so um, I will either get to you in this, here, and thank you for being a new subscriber, by the way. And if not, I'm going to be on for about 15 minutes more or so, and if I don't get to the free readings in this section of this session, I'm going to be heading off to my praying mantis, and then I'm going to go eat, and then I'll be back and to finish out the free readings. So I will get to them sometime today. Knock on wood, if everything unfolds in life. That's my intention. So I appreciate it. All right. So thank you so much, Mod, for your donation. And then Red, you had a follow-up question. Thank you for that extra donation. So let's give that some love. All right. And so your follow-up question. Oh, there it is down here. So you have a child from a previous marriage, and WD doesn't have children. He wants a child, and how will he react? You ask because your ex wanted a child, but when your son came, his words didn't match his actions. Okay, I get you. So let's take a look here. So he doesn't have children. He says he wants one, but because of the the flakiness of your ex, I'm just kidding. No judgment. He changed his tune when he actually had children. He's like, "Oh crap!" All right, let's take a look here. So WD, um, how will they react based on current energies with the announcement of the children? Oh my gosh! And then, of course, the energy on the bottom is the other Leo card, the Sun and the Strength card. Courage and strength. We like that underlying energy. Oh, all right. I like that. All right. So, Ace of Pentacles, they see it as a new opportunity, new growth coming in here. You're funny. Oh, judge away. And I love this. I feel like, they have overall happiness. They've got the Eight of Wands, which is, the joy, the celebration, and the peace of mind coming in here. So they definitely see this as abundance. They see it and they're happy with it here. And I feel like they've got their fears of being a good dad. This King of Pentacles is someone who's a provider, someone who looks at their worth in relationship to the outside world, but they've mastered this, outside world. So very down to earth, very solid. I just feel like they're going to have a wonderful time here of facing their fears and facing, their, um, you know, long held beliefs around things and that, but very positive coming in here. I even see the bottom of the deck. Oh wow, yeah, you know, this joy and celebration, and here's the Nine of Cups, a dream come true, wish, very positive things. So, and you definitely did not. Um, you definitely did not choose, your ex again. You know how sometimes we pick the same individuals, like the lessons repeated until it's learned. I feel like you you didn't jump from one into the to the uh, you know your ex in someone else's body, and you definitely, and in this case, they're very very much happy about it. So I like it. I know. Yay! That's WD. Perfect. Yeah, so I'm excited for him. Like anyone, they're gonna have their, poop scared out of them a little bit of like, "Oh, I hope I'm a good dad. I hope I don't break them. I hope I, don't mess them up," and, all those fun things, but, um, I think they're very cool and grounded and smooth too, so yeah, exactly. So nothing to worry about. But I'm glad. I'm glad that we got some confirmation through all that too. So many, many blessings. And again, thank you so much, Red, for the donation. I appreciate that. All right. I think that was it for the donations. And I've got about 10 minutes or so left. So if anyone else wants to make a donation, now's the time to do it. Otherwise, I'll try to get through a couple more free readings here. And we will move forward. Let's see. Eliza, I think, is where we left off here. I lost my little highlight there. You are very welcome, Red. All right. So, Eliza, blessings to you too. And you want to know what is coming for you next week? Absolutely. All right. Well, you got the Ace of Pentacles came flying out of here. So you got new opportunities that are making them itself known here. And I like this because it does show here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. You've been putting in the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, and now things are ready to move forward here in the outside world. So, it's like there's this kudos from your spirit team, your support squad, saying you've been putting in the work, you've been putting in, so much energy into learning and growing, and so whatever this is that you've been putting a lot of energy and focus into, the birthing of the fruit is about to show up. You're going to start to see some of that next week, and you're going to see the movement um, beginning or continuing here in your life. So I like that for you, Lisa. So buckle up, Buttercup. Here it comes. So that's your next week. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Grace 1111. You want to know February month for you. And I'll be posting here again for everyone too here in a moment. We've got 2024's energy forecast. There's a playlist that has the entire year for everyone: love, money, and career. And then also it's split out into 3 equal sections of 4 months each, talking about blessing in each and also what they want you to know about each of those periods. So be sure to check those out for additional information. But Grace, you've got here the judgment card. There's like this calling of a higher love for you in the month of February. Here's your higher self calling your human to this higher place. And 20 adds up. 2 plus 0 is 2, February, right? Number 2. But Page of Cups, too. It's like you're going up to this next level here with love, and it's self love, but it also fills up and overflows out into the outer world. So you're being called to this connection here and experiencing this Ace of Cups, this higher love. You're filling up like a chalice and overflowing out to the world, to where the love that you've experienced before has a great opportunity of moving from something that feels like it's lacking and falling short to something that feels above and beyond overflowing. And but it starts with this inner love, because the outer love, when we look at it, is like, falling short, and it's not as, um, fulfilling, because it's conditional love and it's unstable and it's temporary. Whereas the love we find when we turn inward and upward, um, changes with that too. I don't know. I got distracted because outside my window on this house, the chimney and everything, it looks like Bart Simpson. It has it's a shadow with its head like that, and it has one ear. And I swear, I was like, why is that? Why is it coming to me, Bart? So maybe you have someone named Bart coming into your life, or has last name Simpson. But Bart Simpson seems to be a message for you, Grace. uh, but that's what's coming in. Interesting, but it's a overflowing, full love that's coming in for you. So that's what they have for you. So many, many blessings. Hey, Anna, good to see you. Shout out to another one of my Praying Mantis members. Thank you guys for popping in and visiting. I appreciate all that love and support. Because of your guys' monthly memberships, it helps me complete these free readings. So, uh, fist bump to you guys. All right. So that's what they have for you, Grace. Pinky, you are up next. You want messages from Spirit here. Let's see what we've got here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? That was funny, Bart Simpson. All right. So you also have this, 10 of Wands. You've been putting in a lot of energy and a lot of effort into completing something. You've done this long haul, and here the 6 of Wands is showing that you're getting some recognition here coming up for all this energy you've been putting in to the path, into the journey. So just know that, you even have people of the outside world, are going to give you some praise and some acknowledgement for the hard work you've done. But this represents like Spirit and your spiritual posse giving you high fives and fist bumps all around about, a lot of stuff you've done has gone unnoticed by humans, but just know that Spirit has always been around you. All of your guardian angel and angels and spirit guides and loved ones on the other side, and ancestors and unicorns and fairies, everyone have been around watching you from this in the spirit world, and they've seen what you've done, and they're like, just hang in there, you're going to be getting reward for and the harvest for all the work that you put in, but they're giving you the special applause, and that you're in their spotlight and they're always watching you. So just know that it doesn't fall by the wayside, but that you are seen and they see this beautiful um, progress that you've made and all the energy that you put in. So I like it. All right. That's what they have for you, Pinky. And then Lynx Lee, you are up next. And we know Leo's thoughts and next actions towards you. Let's take a look here and see what's going on with the Leo today. So they've got here this they're in this kind of, review. I like that that's the 8 cuz this is movement and progression. The 8 of swords is them looking at, their thoughts, their beliefs, their mindsets, all these rules that they've grown up with that have make them feel like they can't see straight and that they feel bound and trapped and can't move forward, and they've got this desire here of having this full life like the King of Pentacles, but they've had these beliefs that have held them back from getting to this, and this is what they are figuring out, right? The King of Pentacles goes through the entire journey of the Pentacles, which is self-worth in relationship to the outside world, and also, seeing different things in the outside world that come in with all of that. But there's this, clarity that's coming for him with this around this, and so their thoughts and next actions towards you. I feel like we've been getting the message that they're kind of caught up in this piece of their life, trying to get this figured out before that they can move forward towards anyone else, and thinking about other people. It's like there's this energy of this is what a relationship has to be and who I need to be in this life and how things need to unfold and etc. So I just feel like they're caught up in that. They have this long list of stuff that has to happen before a relationship can happen, if that makes sense. It's almost like, you know, their mom was like, "This is what women need," or "This is what someone needs to be in a relationship," and "This is what has to happen," and so all this stuff needs to be in place first of roles and, um, you know, very much about security being there first kind of energy that comes in here, Linksley. So it's I feel like they're really caught up in that, type of place in their life right now. So that's what's coming through. So, I don't know. You're very patient, is all I can say. All right. So many blessings to you. And let's see where we at on time. I think I have time for one more. Goldie wanted a general reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you're making some plans here with the Two of Wands, and you're kind of deciding what I want to do and how I want to get there. And so I feel like you're in this process of choosing some things of the energy where you want to invest your energy. And the moon card is like this energy of there's some hidden things and some unknown things that are going to pop up, and it's okay. And I feel like they're saying it's okay to make plans, but right now make flexible plans because there's some unknown things that are going to pop up and kind of guide you and alter where you want to go and what you want to do. And so they're like, you can, if you go, okay, I'm going to go from here, it's, let's say you're in the middle of the continent and I'm going to fly to the coast. And once I get to the coast, I'm going to plan on boarding this ship and let me go to Jamaica. Right. And they're like, okay, sounds good. And you're like, let me just be flexible about where I'm going. I'm going to get to the coast. I bought my plane ticket. I'm going to get to here. But once I get to here, I'm going to decide what boat I'm going to take. Kind of planning on Jamaica. But when you get there, while you're in flight, is when you get new information. It's like, oh, hurricane heading toward Jamaica. And you're like, oh, well, I don't want to go there. I'm going to go to Hawaii instead, or I'm going to go to blah, blah, blah instead. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling here is be flexible with plans, um, because the the destination that you're really headed toward is going to alter and change a little bit. So that is what they have for you, Goldie. All right. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take screenshots real quick here. So, Soul Searching Vibe, you will be first up when I come back later this afternoon, but I'll be heading off to my praying mantis session here momentarily. And of course, if you guys want to get notified when I come back on, just make sure that your notification settings are set to all, and then you'll be notified when I come back on. Later in about probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. So I will return later, and, I'm sorry, I lost my place here, hold on. But I'll put in this video, I'll come back and put a link to the new video, and then in the new video, after I'm done, I'll put in order, a pinned comment of who I completed when, not when, but like in, I'm not gonna put like timestamps. That's a lot of effort that will take me a long time. So, but I do put in order of the name by which I completed them. So that is so that helps there, right? All right, let me just see. Where did I leave off here? Okay, there I am, right there. Yeah, so that's how to work. And then also in the meantime, I'll throw some links here as well. I also have links in the description box of the video that talk about all my pick a cards. So if you're wanting to get some other information between now and when I come back, there's a ton of free content on my main page and a bunch of links in the description box of the video below that will take you to some of those playlists. And I'm going to post more here in a sec. So let's take a look here. All right. You're funny, Aspire. um, I'll be back later, but you weren't next. All right. So, but for everyone, if you want some of these, here we go. So we've got the 2024 energy forecast, and this is a playlist for each individual zodiac sign, so you can check those out. And then also we have the winter summer solstice pick cards, which have a bunch of information in there too for each individual zodiac sign, a little special thing that was added in there. And then also we have Capricorn season that we're in. And so all you Capricorn sun babies, there's a special bonus in this video too that gives you a 3-month forecast. So if you have a birthday in Capricorn season, be sure to check that out. Or if you have a um, a Capricorn in your life, be sure to send that to them. Tell them bruddaZEN said happy birthday. And here's a pilgrimage meditation, which is an amazing meditation. I really was blown away by what came through in that one. So be sure to check that out. That also has a pick a card. And then here's a Capricorn new moon alert, and it talks about Capricorn new moon wishes and a pick a card for that coming up too. So be sure to check it out. Those are all free. I have a ton of, well, not a ton. I have several services that I offer. All that's listed in the description box of the video. One of the most recent things I did is I'm putting out birthday readings. It's an option for a birthday reading, and that video talks about what comes with those, and those are half off until the end of this January. You can get an hour birthday reading now for $25 and a 30-minute 6-month reading for $10. So pretty affordable if you're interested in those, or purchase them as a gift for someone else too. All right, everybody, that's the skinny, and thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up, all the love, all the support. I'll be back in a couple hours to or probably 3 hours to finish and to complete the free readings. If I can slow down, I can speak. And so I'll be back then. And then till then, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. Enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon. Much love to you guys.